A true warrior walks his path without waiting for applause. The world is full of noise, people who talk, judge, and criticize. If you live by their approval, you'll die by their rejection. The Stoics taught us to control only what's within our power, and others' opinions are not. Every time you seek validation, you hand over your peace, like a slave handing his chains to a master. You must learn to validate yourself in silence. Let your actions speak so loud that words become irrelevant. The greatest men, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca, all lived misunderstood lives, but they didn't care. They served their duty with discipline, knowing virtue is its own reward. Stop explaining yourself to people who have no idea what battles you fight in private. You are not here to be liked. You are here to be unshakable. Once you stop seeking approval, you start earning respect. The day you no longer crave validation is the day you become truly free. You don't need their permission to rise. Walk alone if you must, quietly, firmly, with purpose. Excuses are the comfort food of the weak. They feed the ego, not the soul. Every time you make an excuse, you tell the universe you are not ready for greatness. Stoicism rejects victimhood. Life will never be fair, but that's the point. The unfairness is what forges strength. Stop saying, "I don't have time." You have 24 hours like everyone else. Stop saying, "I can't." You can, but you won't, because comfort seduces you. A warrior accepts responsibility for everything, even what he can't control. When you stop blaming circumstances, you reclaim your power. Excuses are chains that keep your potential locked. Break them. Every excuse you eliminate is one more step toward mastery. Remember, no one cares about why you didn't do it, only whether you did. The man of discipline doesn't complain. He adapts, he acts, he endures. The path to greatness doesn't start when you're ready. It starts when you stop making excuses. Comparison is a slow poison that kills gratitude and peace. You scroll through someone's life online and forget that you're comparing your behind the scenes to their highlight reel. A Stoic doesn't measure his worth by others, only by his own progress. The universe gave you a path that belongs only to you. Comparing it to another's journey is an insult to your destiny. When you stop comparing, you start improving. Envy is for those who have forgotten who they are. The warrior looks in the mirror, not around. He competes with the man he was yesterday, no one else. Progress is personal. The strong focus on their lane. The weak look sideways. Free yourself from the toxic need to keep up. Real confidence comes from knowing you're walking your path with integrity, not perfection. Celebrate others without diminishing yourself. Everyone is running a different race, on different terrain, with different weights to carry. Be proud of your scars. They tell your story. Negativity is a parasite that feeds on your energy and blinds your purpose. The Stoic warrior protects his mind like a fortress. You can't control the storms of life, but you can guard the walls of your spirit. Stop surrounding yourself with pessimists who complain about everything but fix nothing. Energy is contagious. Either you rise with the strong or sink with the weak. The negative mind will find problems even in paradise. The disciplined mind will find peace even in chaos. Eliminate gossip, resentment, and bitterness. Every negative word you speak gives power to weakness. Speak only what builds, strengthens, and elevates. Remember, your thoughts shape your reality. If you feed your mind poison, don't expect your soul to stay pure. A warrior doesn't waste time arguing or convincing. He simply moves forward in silence. Keep your circle tight, your standards high, and your spirit calm. Fear of failure has killed more dreams than failure ever could. Stoicism teaches us that failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of it. You must fail to grow. You must fall to rise. Every setback is a test of endurance, not a sign of defeat. The weak fear embarrassment, but the wise know that shame only exists in the minds of spectators. The warrior sees failure as data, as training. He learns, adapts, returns stronger. Don't let fear keep you from trying. Fortune favors the bold, not the cautious. Every great figure in history, from Caesar to Churchill, failed countless times. But they kept moving. Fear dissolves the moment you act. Action is the cure to doubt. Silence the voice that says, "What if?" and replace it with, "Let's see." You cannot master anything without first being terrible at it, so embrace your stumbles. They're proof you're in motion. Overthinking is mental paralysis. The Stoics believed that suffering comes not from events, but from our judgments about them. You can't control what happens, only how you interpret it. Overthinking creates imaginary problems. It's the mind's way of staying busy while avoiding courage. Every warrior knows clarity comes through action, not endless thought. Stop analyzing every detail. Life will never be perfect enough to guarantee outcomes. Act, adjust, and move on. Worrying is like bleeding before the battle even begins. The mind that overthinks is a mind that doubts its own power. Train yourself to decide fast and act boldly. The universe rewards momentum. Simplicity is strength. Hesitation is weakness. You don't need to know every step of the path. Only the next one. Time is the most valuable weapon a man owns. And procrastination is how he dulls its edge. Every second wasted is an opportunity buried alive. The Stoics reminded us that life is short and death is certain. Tomorrow is not promised, only this moment is. Waiting for the right time is a myth created by fear. The warrior acts now, even when uncertain. Action breeds confidence, delay breeds regret. Every task you avoid grows heavier until it crushes you. Discipline is the antidote. Do it now, not later. Even a small action today beats a grand plan tomorrow. Momentum is sacred. Once lost, it's hard to regain. Use your mornings like a ritual of conquest. Start early, move fast, stay sharp. You can rest when the mission is done. Not everyone who walks with you deserves to finish the journey. Some people drain you, not because they are evil, but because they are lost. The Stoic warrior knows that loyalty is not owed to those who sabotage his peace. You cannot rise while carrying anchors, disguised as friends. Let go quietly. You don't need to announce it, explain it, or argue. Just step back. Toxic people feed on reaction. Starve them with silence. Protect your mental fortress from those who gossip, belittle, and mock ambition. A lion doesn't respond to barking dogs. Choose your circle with the precision of a general choosing his army. Every person in your life either fuels your fire or extinguishes it. The company you keep will shape your destiny. more than talent ever will. True strength is not in fighting everyone. It's in walking away with dignity. Love them from afar, but never let them poison your mind. Self-doubt is the whisper of the enemy within. It tells you you're not enough, not ready, not capable. Lies wrapped in false humility. The Stoics called it the tyranny of the mind. You cannot conquer the world if you're at war with yourself. Doubt grows in the absence of discipline. When you act decisively, the voice fades. The warrior doesn't wait to feel confident. He acts, and confidence follows. Every victory, no matter how small, is proof that you can. Your past failures don't define you. Your persistence does. The mind creates imaginary limits. The body follows its command. You must reprogram it daily with courage. Repeat to yourself, I am capable. I am resilient. I am forged for adversity. Confidence is not arrogance. It's respect for your own potential. Eliminate self-doubt through repetition, effort, and silence. Speak less about what you fear and more about what you'll conquer. Comfort is the enemy of growth. The Stoics lived simply not because luxury was evil, but because comfort weakens the will. When life becomes too easy, the soul becomes soft. The warrior embraces discomfort, cold, hunger, pain, solitude as training. Every hardship strengthens mental armor. Those who seek constant pleasure become slaves to it. Discipline means doing what's necessary, not what's convenient. Wake early. Train when tired. Say no to indulgence. Let discomfort remind you that you're alive. Every time you resist temptation, you sharpen your spirit. Comfort whispers, you've done enough. Greatness replies, not yet. The path of the Stoic is one of voluntary hardship, controlled suffering to build indestructible peace. Don't wish for an easier life. Wish for a stronger mind. Regret is wasted energy aimed at a past you cannot change. The Stoics taught us that what's gone is gone. Only your response remains. Every mistake was a teacher. Every loss, a lesson. Regret anchors you to what's already dead. The warrior learns, bows to the lesson, and moves on. To carry regret is to deny the growth it gave you. You were supposed to stumble, fail, and fall. It was the only way to evolve. Forgive yourself with the same strength you show others. Stop replaying old battles. The past cannot wound you unless you invite it in. Accept it, own it, and transform it into wisdom. Every scar is a reminder that you survived. Regret belongs to those who live in. What if? Warriors live in. What's next? Distraction is the silent killer of dreams. In a world full of noise, focus is a superpower. The Stoic warrior guards his attention like treasure. Every unnecessary notification, every meaningless scroll, every hour wasted in chaos is a stolen piece of your destiny. You cannot reach greatness if your mind is fragmented. Eliminate what doesn't serve your purpose. Schedule time for deep work, silence, solitude, focus. The world will always try to pull you away from what matters most. Train your mind to say no without guilt. Control your environment before it controls you. Focus turns ordinary men into legends. You don't need to do more. You need to do fewer things with absolute intensity. The words you speak shape the reality you live in. Stop saying, I hope, I'll try, maybe. Weak language weakens the spirit. The Stoics spoke with clarity, truth, and conviction. Say, I will. I choose. I commit. A warrior's tongue must match his heart. Every word should carry weight, precision, and intent. Don't gossip, complain, or speak of things beneath your mission. Silence is often stronger than speech, but when you do speak, let it cut through confusion like a blade. Power begins with articulation. Eliminate filler words, self-pity, and excuses from your vocabulary. Speak as if your words are commands to your own destiny, because they are. If your happiness depends on things outside your control, you'll never be free. The Stoics found peace in self-sufficiency, in the power to remain calm regardless of circumstance. The warrior doesn't rely on praise, wealth, or outcomes. His joy is rooted in purpose and discipline. You must learn to be content in simplicity, to smile even when alone. The world's approval is fleeting, inner stability is eternal. Happiness built on externals collapses the moment they're gone. Build your peace like a fortress, strong, silent, immovable. When your happiness comes from within, no loss can destroy it. You become untouchable, not because life is easy, but because you no longer need it to be. The ultimate illusion is believing you have time. Death is not a curse. It's the truth that gives meaning to every breath. The Stoics meditated daily on mortality, not in despair but in gratitude. Memento mori, remember, you must die. Let this awareness sharpen your focus. When you remember your time is limited, trivial things fall away. You stop delaying, stop fearing, stop pretending. Death is the great equalizer. It humbles kings and peasants alike. But the warrior does not fear it. He prepares for it. To live each day with discipline, virtue, and courage is to die without regret. You cannot control how long you live, only how deeply. Eliminate the fear of death, and you will finally know how to live. Every sunrise becomes sacred, every challenge becomes purpose, and every act becomes legacy. Thank you for watching this video.